Welcome back to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy our content. Mike Catalana, Dan Fates, I am Jenna Cottrell. We're getting you ready. The Bills taking on the Panthers in Week 15. Hard to believe it's that, but the Bills 7-6. Also hard to believe that. But Mike, where is this team at as we approach this game on Sunday?
Margin of error is gone. Doesn't matter who they're playing. They've got to play better. We think they found something in the second half of that game. Josh Allen, at least this week, has looked like he's healthy, which is a good thing. I don't think he's going to be 100% Josh, but you know the way he is. When he gets on the field, he's Josh Allen. So I like where he is. I like what they did in that second half, but we've seen this before in terms of either coming off a win or, in this case, coming off a really good second half. Do they transition to the next week? I want to see it, but it helps that they're playing the Panthers, who are a team in disarray, may be too strong of a word, but a team that really does not have a good identity.
Yeah. We've talked about it, just the fact of that borderline between desperate and panic. Deion Dawkins says that they're neither of those. They're a team that is just focused, that Sean McDermott has Sean McDermott and his crew. That's what he called the coaching staff. He called them his crew. He goes, when you panic, you make mistakes. We're not there. They seem focused, and their cliches of, hey, we got to take it one game at a time, like are real now, because they really do have to take it one game at a time. Because again, Jenna, like Mike said, zero margin for error. And for me, the playoffs have started this week, and they need to prepare for it.
Yeah, Deion Dawkins adding, like, the time is now. And I think everyone knows that. I felt like so many times this season it was, well, we still have time. It's early on in the season. They were saying that as late as 2 weeks ago. But now it's December. It's the middle of December. It's Week 15. And obviously this team knows where they're at and where they want to go, and the discrepancy in between the two. Like, this Panthers team, disarray, like you said, maybe a bit much. But at the same point, they're not having the best season, but they still have a pretty talented defense.
They do. They have some good players. Hassan Reddick is a good pass rusher. He'll be coming after Josh Allen this week.
Brian Burns.
Yes. Yeah. That big on the D line. What did Deion say? I need to be eating more salad than
steak.
Yeah, Brian Burns, a quicker guy, and Deion says that his way to prepare for the game is to eat salad over steak, because he said he does feel it. He feels lighter when he has the salad. He's got a lot of theories on salad, but
it is kind of funny to hear that. But they do have to be ready. And you got Stephon Gilmore in the secondary, and maybe he tries to lock up Diggs, and he's a really good player. Gilmore is too, and they want to re-sign him there. He's from South Carolina, so they have talent on defense. And offensively, they don't have a great identity. Matt Rule is coaching the offense, or at least, he fired Joe Brady.
Yeah.
Joe Brady was the big LSU guy. Didn't even make it through 2 years. And then Matt Rule comes out and says, I was out of my comfort zone in hiring Joe Brady. I'm like,
yeah,
who says that?
It's wild.
And maybe his comfort zone because Joe Brady was not at Temple or Baylor. By the way, Matt Rule, I think, has a house near my brother in New Jersey, because he's been in, he was in Philly. He was down there, but
on the shore?
On the shore down in near Cape May. So at least that's the word I heard. So maybe he'll hear me criticizing him, and then I'll see him at the Cape May next year.
Your house.
But
is that like Catalana?
I think he's a good football coach.
Is that a guy from Buffalo Plus?
Yes. But I think he's coaching him a bit like a college coach. And with his multiple quarterbacks and 2-minute drills, bringing in PJ Walker, which sounds like the title of a bad, show on NBC. Like, it just does. You got Cam Newton. There was a show called, you guys don't know, there was a show called
Walker, Texas Rangers.
No, that one. There was one just called TJ Hooker. TJ Hooker, I think was one. Yes.
The next generation of that.
So I put the two together. No, I just don't like what they've done with the offense. They've got some speed there, but Dan, they don't score a ton of points. They're going to have to make us an ugly game.
Yeah, and they're going to have the Bills shoot themselves in the foot and turn the ball over. Bills didn't turn the ball over in Tampa.
Yeah.
Josh had an interception, but yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that bad
Was
interception.
a bad one.
Yeah,
Richard Sherman. That's
I
shouldn't say that. That's unfair. He's not the
that
player
was part
that
of the
was.
bad.
He's a
that
great
was part
player.
of the blur of the first half. That we've all tried to erase. Yeah, I think this is just a game where the Bills are the more talented team, and this isn't about style points. It's just get in and get out with a win and move on and keep your season alive.
Yeah. No, I think I agree. We're all 7-6 in terms of our records. But Dan, what is your prediction in terms of the score for Sunday?
Not a pretty game by any means, but I think the Bills get the job done. I think their offense gets back on track. I think their defense is what's really going to shine here because Carolina is really kind of hampered offensively, like to what Mike says. So maybe a couple turnovers. And I'd really like to see the Bills get off to a fast start, whether it's scoring on the opening drive, not falling behind by 21 points or 7 points, and then having to come, kind of chase their tail to get back into games. 30-11. Maybe a 2-point conversion, kind of weird thing from Rule here in this one. Bills should look like the better team, like the playoff team that could make a run. I think they lead from start to finish in this one, 30-11.
Yeah, man, I hope the Bills are the ones that look like the better team because they should be. I think they figured it out in terms of that second half in Tampa. I have the Bills winning this one 28-13. I think the defense too. I think they got back into their rhythm. And I feel like it was nice to see the Bills offense kind of return to that 2020 form. But in the same point, I just think seeing the defensive effort that they had against Brady in that second half. Look, I know they lost in overtime, but I think there is a lot to build off of and how aggressive they played. And just their playmakers being able to shine. So I actually predict that there's going to be a defensive touchdown in this game for the Bills. That's my bold prediction for Week 15. But I have the Bills winning this one pretty handily, and that's because I think they need to. Look, they need to win any way they can get it, but to feel more comfortable and confident in this team, I want to see them beat the Carolina Panthers. Not just sneak out a win, eke out a win. I want to see them handily beat this team.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jenna. I want to see them in control of the game. And the final score, I think it should be a comfortable margin. I mean, I have them winning 31-13. I think they're the better team, and I think they will show it. I'm really going to be interested to see, and I don't know how much motivation plays into what other teams do. But look, if the Colts knock off the Patriots and you're taking the field, knowing that you're not dead for the division, because boy, that Patriots game is going to stick with them way longer than the game against the Bucs. I mean, that Bucs was against the champs, and you're on the road, and you're down 24-3, and that was a tough way to lose. But that Patriots game is going to gnaw at them forever. And how do you make that up? By going there and beating the Patriots. So if the Patriots lose to the Colts and the Bills have that chance on Sunday to at least get within a game, and then they actually do control their destiny, because if they win out, they're going to win the division. So I like them winning either way comfortably, 31-13. I think Josh will play well. I think other guys will step up. And I'm with you on the defense. I think the defense is going to play better.
The Bills, to their credit, all of their wins, they have covered the spread this year.
Yes.
I think they're 11-point favorites in this one. They have beaten bad teams handily and covered the Vegas line. They have lost all of the close games for the most part. They've lost all of their close games. The 5 losses, they've all been the one-score games. And then obviously the loss to Indy. So still looking to beat the good teams, but they have really picked on the bad ones.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what they can do against
big side from Jenna.
By the way, Jenna,
it bothers me. It bothers me they're 7-6.
Yes, and you said earlier, wow, can you believe it's Week 15? It feels like Week 15 this year. Last year, it was like flying by. This year, a whole season has been a grind. Every week has been a grind. And even when they won big, I mean, it just wasn't the same. They didn't look, they were the better team. I mean, like when they played Miami early, the Texans and those teams.
Like Washington kind of came back in that game.
I mean, look, that so far this year, that Kansas City game was a great one for them. That was a great one. Kansas City was having their issues, but it's still going to Kansas City and handling that team. Still was Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. I mean, they were all there. But, like I said, we're holding on to a second half loss as a bright spot for this team, and that's where they need it. But let me tell you something. You can make your season in December and January, well, into February. So let's see what they do starting on Sunday.
Now they got to start getting hot at the right time.
Yep.
All right, we'll see what they do. For all your pregame coverage, postgame coverage, Mike and I are going to the game, so we'll be on the field on Sunday. Actually, I'll be on the field. Mike will be in the press box.
Yeah, nice and warm. Yeah.
Nice and warm with his wine and cheese pairing, so that'll be fun.
Not in Buffalo. Box lunches.
We got box lunches too. We're not good. All right. We have fun at the games though. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That helps us out so much. So much. For Mike and Dan, I'm Jenna. Thanks for watching our Bills picks and predictions for Sunday's game.